and I support district partnerships in Arizona. I'll briefly, Natasha, if you don't mind, hand it to you to introduce yourself. I'm sure people are more familiar with you than I, but I will go ahead and hand it to you for a second.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Natasha Camp. I'm the Deputy Associate Superintendent for School Improvement here at ADE, and we are very happy to be able to partner with Conmigo for our schools that have D and or F labels. And so I'm very interested to see what the webinar provides you all tonight, free of charge, and hopefully you take advantage of Conmigo. So, Chelsea, I'm just here to support.
Love it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with the slideshow and get us started. So if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat, and I will hopefully answer them as soon as possible. Natasha, can you give me a thumbs up? You can see this okay? Okay, perfect. As we're going to click through here, y'all. So just quick agenda. We're going to do some introductions. We just did that. I'm going to walk you through who the Arizona team is. A quick overview of Khan Academy in case you're not familiar, as well as Conmigo. And then the real exciting stuff, that Arizona partnership and what is included and what that looks like for those sites and campuses that have been identified with a school rating of a D or an F through school improvement. So briefly, this is the Arizona team here at Khan Academy. I myself, ChelseaHatchard. Francis is our district success manager who supports the implementation. India does a lot of our PLN training in Arizona. And Aviv, who is lovingly on this call as well, actually lives in Arizona and supports our team as well. Quick overview. So Khan Academy has been around for some time, and many of you may know the name. And it is actually Conmigo, which is exciting, is the AI component within Khan Academy. And it's actually the only AI for schools that sits on top of our Khan Academy content, which is quite comprehensive. I know when it first started, it was mostly math, and I think that's kind of what we're known for is the STEM space. But as you can see here in this kind of screenshot, there's a lot beyond just math now. So we have everything from math, science. Once you get into the high school, we have AP courses. We're the official college board partner for SAT prep and ELA, kind of everything under the sun. So lots of resources there for y'all to leverage. Super briefly, there's also Conmigo teacher tools. So we are going to spend some time talking today about the student side of the house and what's included in a partnership. But just so you're aware, you also have access to free Conmigo teacher tools even now. So should you not go through with the partnership, you have access to all those courses and content I just showed, as well as these teacher tools here. So thinking everything from planning lesson plans to differentiation, chunking, leveling text, creating interactive activities for students. So a lot of great tools there for y'all to leverage. And this is just a kind of high level overview of that partnership difference. I think the most famous question I get asked often is like, wait, isn't Khan Academy free? I'm confused. Yes, and so I love working for a company where our mission is free world-class education for anyone, anywhere. And that very much stays true, which is why I said, as before, the content that I just showed you guys, all of those courses are free. It's not gated. The teacher tools, those are free. It's not gated. You could go in right now and be using those. What is a part of our partnership and that partnership difference is things like implementation support, professional development, auto rostering through Clever or ClassLink, and then Conmigo, which is the AI component I was talking about for students. So that teacher side of the house is free, but using it and leveraging it with students, that is what's part of that paid district offering. And so that is, in fact, what the grant through Arizona would be covering, is being the implementation support, the professional development, rostering, scaled up data analytics, all the things that make a really successful district implementation, along with that AI component for students. Because I know I want to be able to kind of have time to answer your guys' questions, I did throw a couple just kind of screen grabs in here. I'm also happy to set up time with anyone who's interested, obviously, in next steps to walk through, give complete demos, answer any questions. But so you can kind of get a quick idea, this is what Conmigo looks like layered within our content. So you would have access to, like I said, in this case, it looks like 8th grade math, equations of variables on both sides, And then Conmigo is that kind of buddy on the side student tutor that works alongside the student with all the moderation in place, designed so that's not going to give away the answer. It's asking students one question at a time. You can see we even prompted here, just give me the answer. I understand you're looking for the answer, but let's work through it, right? So it's working with students. It will provide some scaffolding in the sense of giving some suggested maybe questions or next steps, but really works alongside the student to make sure that they understand and are getting that support that just in time for practice. We also have a writing coach. So again, I know very commonly aligned to STEM folks or math teachers being really familiar with us, but exciting news for all those humanities or ELA teachers out there that we now have writing coach, which has been wildly popular, probably one of our most popular Conmigo or AI enabled tools that walks students through the writing process. So everything from up top you'll see here, from understanding the prompt to outlining, drafting, and then through to revising. And every step of the way, students are getting support from Conmigo, but really designed to support better writers, not just better writing. So we're not just looking at how can I make this one piece of writing better, but how can I build skills so that this student becomes a better writer. And then you'll see this is a kind of a screen grab of that final revising process with the kind of buckets of feedback they would get, some positive, some constructive, and again, they can chat with Conmigo. As with anything with Conmigo, along with the moderation, it's designed to like not, it won't write their intro for them, right? There's flags and things for if they were to copy and paste. So if they were to go ask ChatGPT to write the essay and they just copy it in, it will flag it. As well as all of these chats, both within our content, within Writing Coach, those are all logged and viewable for both a student to review if they want to come back to it, teachers to review, and if they were to say anything inappropriate, self-harm, violence, anything of that nature, it will shut down the chat and flag those for teachers and admins. So all of those guardrails are in place. Um, leans perfectly into this. We really are anchored on our AI tools being safe and used in a safe and responsible manner. So as I kind of mentioned before, this is a screen capture of what that moderation will look like, both in product as well as you would get emails notification. It's scalable. So the more severe would then go to administrators as well. We're FERPA, COPA compliant, have our DPA, and have a SOC 2 audit. So all of that should be good news. And now to the exciting part. For Arizona specifically, we've worked alongside School Improvement and ADE to provide free licenses for districts and school sites that have received a letter grade or of a D or an F. That includes for this year, I know the letter grades just came out, right? If I'm not wrong, Natasha, this month. So that includes if you have received that letter grade for this year or for the previous year too. So if you had had it already for the previous year, it can be either one of those. A couple kind of requirements. You must have Clever or ClassLink for rostering. So that's kind of how we pull in information. That's really our only kind of main requirement on our end. A DNF rating for your school site. Serving grades between 5 and 12. So if you are an elementary middle campus, you could do just 5th through 8th or 5th and 6th if that was the case. High schools, you could do 9 through 12. Or if you have a unified district, you could do 5 through 12 if all those campuses have this rating. So and then it has to just be a public school district or a public charter within Arizona. Some exciting news. We do need to have contracts at least signed or sent out by the end of this month. I know that feels tight for those of you that just kind of found out that you maybe received this rating. So I'm happy to work with you. And I know with Thanksgiving, all the things coming up, please email me and you will be my number one top priority. And we can kind of be flexible here as I know the time is getting tight, but really want to honor that mainly just because it's the start of the year already and we want to make sure you're getting the most value for these licenses. It's 100% free to you. ADE again is covering that. So you will see the contract would be zeroed out. So you would get a contract directly with us, but there would be no cost. And then we are actually now going to run it through, oh, didn't mean to click. We are going to run it through next school year. So we have been aware that like timing is hard, especially for new schools that are coming on now. And we want to make sure you get the full value and that you don't feel that you're, training and rostering and doing all these things to maybe have only a mid-year implementation. So very exciting that we will be now running this through all of next school year. So you would launch likely December, January time of this year, and it would run through next back to school. There's no reporting or data expectations on Arizona's end. So nothing major that you would need to do there. and the licenses are first come, first serve. So we have about 17,000 licenses left. Um, and that is what we are looking at for currently. So we're very excited. I know, again, that was fast and furious, and thank you for your patience. But we're really excited. We're partnering with, I believe, over 45 school districts in Arizona alone now, and over 550 nationwide. And then we support, obviously, internationally and things of that nature. But so very excited to hear from you. I will have my contact information here. You can feel free to email me directly and I can get you all set up. We have the list of who has DNF ratings, so really all it would need to be is reaching out to me. I can get you a zero dot contract and going from there. We also have more information on just our Arizona partnership in general on our blog here. And you're in this webinar, so you don't need this link, but welcome.